Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That might look like the other nations, but they are Israelites. Okay, they can understand this doctrine. All right, and they're going to follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth, and they're going to look like all people. All right, shalom to you all. All right, that believe in this gospel. And we're living in some perilous times. And this is just another example of biblical prophecy, because the Apostle Paul spoke about this, right? He prophesied it. He said it before it would happen. And we are in the latter times, all right? The scriptures speak about evils growing in the earth, okay? And this is from the Detroit Free Press .com. It says, mother of 6 killed and stabbing at East Point McDonald's as worker faces murder charge. All right, this is a example of murder. All right, the lady, the hyena, the demon, was sent home. Okay, because she probably was bugged out of her fucking mind anyway. All right, she's clearly, everybody's on edge. She was clearly mentally unstable. Now, the reason why I'm making this message is for you brothers and sisters out there, when we on these jobs, or if we out here in public, or if we out here, doing what we do, sometimes you have to use wisdom, all right, and let these people have it. All right, let these people have it, because they're clearly on edge. All right, they're psyched up with meds. They eating all type, and it's no coincidence that she did this. She probably was eating fucking McDonald's for lunch. All right, the believers that listen to our videos, you brothers and sisters, you should not be eating no McDonald's. All right, 26-year-old McDonald's employee has been charged with fatally stabbing her manager. All right, it says, where is it? All right, it says Harris, which is the manager, who had worked at the location for 15 years, allegedly sent Muhammad home before her shift ended. Why? She probably was underperforming, or they probably was cutting hours, because clearly the bitch was crazy. Okay, and you might bump into some crazy people from time to time. All right, you let these crazy motherfuckers have it, man. All right, because at the end of the day, we were commanded to use wisdom. Not to say that the Lord is not going to protect us, but we have to use wisdom in these last times, man. All right, we are commanded to do that. All right. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. It says sin in NLT, sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. Let's look at that word cold. It says psycho. Psycho. It says waning love. But the word is psycho, literally. All right, so people are psycho. People are on antidepressants. They on all type of psychotic meds. They're eating McDonald's, and what do you think the fruits of all that is? People are on edge. People can't afford, and she was sent home because, I don't know why, Jake be getting into all type of shit at work, man. But she probably was on edge already. She probably didn't have enough money to pay her bills, and she got sent home early, which means what? Her check is going to be a little short. So obviously they got into a dispute over that. All right, and it ended in somebody being murdered. All right, and she's clearly batshit crazy, and she's gonna sit. They might take her ass to a crazy house. Okay, they might take her ass to a crazy house, man. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. I'm gonna read this in the NLT. You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be difficult times, and this is what's happening. The squeeze. We're all being squeezed to death. All right, we're all penny pinching at some point. All right, trying to make ends meet because the prices of everything have gone up, but our pay hasn't. All right, not only there, all right, but life has gotten harder in general. All right, and you got to work. Some brothers got to work two jobs, a hustle. It says, for people will only love themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. And that's what you see in this generation. You see an ungrateful, covetous, proud generation of people. It said they will consider nothing sacred. They won't consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. And this is what, is that not what you see? All right. And your diet. All right. This is a side note. You'll be surprised how much what we intake controls our behavior. You'll be surprised. The hormones in our body, basically, it dictates your behavior in a sense, because certain food throws off certain hormones. Certain foods make you irritable. Certain foods, you can look it up yourself. Certain chemicals in the food, they do that to you. That's why, some YouTube channels, they'll have health channels, and they'll talk about how certain chemicals like Red 40, what it'll do to kids, it'll shorten their attention span, and so on and so forth. But that's a side note, because it literally happened at McDonald's. All right, the chemicals that they use in the food, man. All right, if Robert F. Kennedy was serious about health, a lot of these fast food chains and the chemicals that they use in them, they should be banned from using them. This guy's not for serious. He's not serious about your health. Because McDonald's and Burger King, all that shit's supposed to be shut down, man. But anyways, back to 2 Timothy 3:4. They will betray their friends, be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and love pleasure rather than God. All right. Now, being a manager myself and managing people, sometimes even me, I have to take the low, even though I'm their boss. Right? The scriptures speak about be not a lion in thy own house as a man. Right? Now, if you're a manager, you're the man of that house, of that job. So you can't go around, I'm the fucking boss and you better do what the F I tell you to do. No. The scriptures, they don't tell you to do that. And a lot of these people that are in positions, leadership positions in America, they're a bunch of demons. So they don't use wisdom like that. They some of them, they're cruel. Okay, we don't really know the situation between them two. But some managers are very cruel and they don't give a fuck about you. All right, to the point where that lady had to murder her. You know what I'm saying? Not justifying murder, absolutely not. But some managers are very cruel. And they'll ruin your life as far as your livelihood. All right? So back to what I was saying, just because you're in a leadership position, that don't mean that you just go around and treat people any type of way. Okay? It said Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turneth away wrath. And like I said, we don't know what was said, but obviously it probably was a heated argument, and she got sent home. And sometimes you got to take that low, brothers and sisters. Even though somebody with a higher position than you, or if you might have a higher position than somebody, just to turn away the wrath, to keep the peace sometimes, you take the low. I do it because at the end of the day, we got to be long. You would always want to. All right, if I was in their shoes, what would you want done to yourself? Would you want mercy, or how would you want to be treated? You know what I'm saying? So a lot comes with that, being a leader and dealing with matters and shit like that. So it says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Okay? So instead of being even if that person is wrong, that person can be dead ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's not the time to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a way you can talk about it. But anyways, verse 2, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright. See, it's wisdom. But the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. Okay? But it says, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the Lord is watching everything. All right? He's watching everything, and we are commanded to be wise. Let these people have it, man. Clearly, these people are crazy. They're out of their fucking mind. Now, I might name this video this. These people are out of their mind. I'm not trying to get into no argument with these crazy ass niggas. These motherfuckers are eating McDonald's and they're psychotic. Let these people have it. They're crazy, deranged, eating all type of abominable foods. They're probably late on their rent. Their baby mama and baby daddy giving them, a lot of these people don't have nothing to lose. So let them have it. I ain't going back and forth. If I send a motherfucker home, or if something happen, look, man, I ain't arguing with you, man. All right? And if it get to the point, call the cops on these motherfuckers. We ain't got to be no tough guys. All right? We ain't got shit to prove to these people. If it get to a point where you feel like you got to put your hands on somebody, now, of course, if your life is in imminent danger, then yeah. But man, don't go back and forth with these crazy. These motherfuckers are crazy. They might not seem crazy, but these motherfuckers are crazy. They're out of their effing mind. The average person you see is out of their mind. All right? And they'll show glimpses of it from time to time if you pay attention. All right? So that was all I had. The love of many is waxing cold. Brothers and sisters, stay vigilant. And with that, shalom.